Welcome to the Revelation Podcast. And today I had a revelation that we're going to see no evil today. And Lord, behold, he popped right up. Time to chill with the bat. Would you like to introduce yourself?
What's going on, everybody? My name is comedian See No Evil. I reside in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. Been doing comedy for 5 years now. About yeah, about 5.5 years. Um, I love comedy. I've done acting. I've been in a couple of low budget movies. Um, I game. Um, used to be a musician, but I'm not doing that anymore. And I love to be on camera. I love to be on stage. I love to entertain, and honored that you have me here on your show on the Revelation channel, Dwayne.
Thank you. Wanted to chat with the bat. Seeing you chatted with a few of my friends. You told a couple of jokes. You laughed about a couple of celebrities. So I'm happy to finally have you on.
Oh, I left out the most important part. I'm a totally blind comedian and actor and gamer. I can't see anything, haven't seen anything for 10 years now, so you can digest that.
That's fine. That's fine. There's one thing I actually do like about the name of your channel because there are other different ways to see and hear, evil, and there's always a way to make out different things through different ways. So I thought
Sir.
that was very interesting.
I was
So how
actually
did
branded by another comedian. I didn't even I was using my real name when I came out. Then veteran comedian came up with the name, and I just held on to
well, I'm glad you definitely did because he did you justice by that name. And every
it.
time you do a video, I try to support. See, sometimes you have my dear friend Alicia's journey on. So that
hmm
was so y'all
Love
not
me.
cracking jokes about celebrities and everything. So what made you really want to start comedy?
It was motivation. It wasn't in the cards for me. I had a 9 to 5. Um, and my cousin's a professional musician. He actually saw that the Fort Lauderdale Improv was having stand-up comedy classes, and he called me and asked me if I wanted to do it. And I was like, I never thought about anything like that. He was like, listen, you have a lot of jokes in your pocket and, witty and everything. Just find out how to convert it into structured jokes, structured entertainment. And so I paid the money, took a 6-week class, also got motivation from ex-girlfriends, some family members. And at the end of the class, they put us on stage in front of about 500 people, and I definitely exploded on the scene. So I've been doing it ever since.
Definitely, most definitely. So now I know you said that you used to keep jokes in your pocket. So now do you keep the jokes in the wings, or since you're always flying and soaring, do they fall out the wings or the pockets that you put them in the wings, or do you just try to put it in the bat's pockets?
Well, you always have jokes that you forget about. You'd be like, "Wow, I didn't use that in a while." And a good a good thing nowadays is social media, because sometimes I have to use social media to go back and be like, "You know what? I forgot about that joke." And they tell you that over the years you have to, you're not seasoned as soon as you come out into the world. It takes you a couple years to get a complete set, and it really did, because I had to learn which jokes worked, which ones didn't, do a little work on this one. And that's what open mics are for. So um after 5 years I have a set that I use to make my money. And I have different sets that I do. I have my raunchy crowds. I also do religious shows, and I can do made for TV shows. So I have jokes for pretty much everything.
Cool, 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 cool. So when you first started, what's something that people initially just jumped on to? Like, was it the religious jokes? Was it the comic jokes?
What
Or is it the
um
ranchy jokes?
the raunchy jokes are what got me in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, throw a couple f bombs and things like that, because I was still new,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I had to meet people who wanted to market me, people who wanted to put me on shows, and one promoter down here, he was like, "Listen, you can make money, but in order for you to make money, you have to clean up your set, do work on your clean material." So that's what I did. And when I did that is when I started making money. Then it started going backwards. And not until last year did I start doing the church gigs. And honestly, the church gigs pay better than all of them.
Always make some money up in the church. Another question that I had: how did the shades become a part of the gimmick?
Say that again.
I said, how did the shades become a part of the gimmick? Like, what made you want to add shades?
Well, it's because I don't like people looking in my eyes since I lost my sight.
Hmm.
So I just covered my eyes, not to hypnotize anybody. um, and for me to be a black guy, my eyes are green. Since I went blind, they used to be brown, hazel color, but they turned green. So it's definitely something people will stare at, and I just don't want people looking at my eyes. So I just had to start collecting different sunglasses and things to go with my outfit.
Cool, cool, cool. Most definitely. So, how many years have you actually been doing comedy?
It's been 5.5 years. It became 5 years. I made 5 years in July. So in what is it like January? It'll be 5.5 years.
Cool, cool, cool. So, what made you? I know, like I said, you usually work with Alicia A. So, what made you guys want to talk about comedy?
Uh, I like her laugh. Like when she laughs, you can tell she's laughing. She's genuinely laughing,
So, does
and
she
she's a
hit you
fun.
with the he laugh, or is it more giggles to it? Because when she laughs, she really got that
I can tell when she's laughing for real.
giggle. I
I can
always,
tell.
yeah.
All females have that little he laugh when they're just laughing to make you feel good. But like when I make her move away from the mic, that's a real laugh. That's real. And I like, she's eager to talk about things, and she's just easy to work with. I mean, she's
Always,
easy to work with.
always, yes, very, very good friends. Always easy to work with. Always got jokes. You said that you used to play an instrument as well. So, what instrument did you play?
I used to play the piano. Might sound stereotypical for a blind guy, but um, when I was still able to see, my vision was bad, but I got into the piano and I learned it pretty good and started playing in public places, the malls, competitions and things. So I stopped. I didn't feel like I was getting the right motivation, like from my family. It was a thing where they were like, "Oh, this is all you're gonna be able to do because that's what blind people could do." And I was like, "Okay, you know what? I don't like this." So I stopped. It
Yeah, I
may
used to.
sound it may sound like, "Oh no, you shouldn't have stopped because of that," but it was coming from inside my house. So I was just like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do something else. So I went back to college, and well, I was in college when I stopped, and then I got a job, so I didn't have time for it.
mm, I used to actually play the cello in my youth when I got to college. I actually met Alicia A. And
Really.
I ended up playing the violin. I don't know if you heard her play the violin, but she was showing me a little bit how to do that. And that's something. Another thing that you said that stuck out to me is, the support of the support of your family. So has your family been very supportive of you doing the comedy as opposed to the music?
um. Well, when I was doing the music, I wasn't really inviting many people. They wanted to hear me play, but I wasn't really inviting many people to watch. As far as the comedy, I had really good support in the beginning. At the end, I mean, well, not at the end, but as I was going along, people fell off, and then I started getting the strangers to follow me, and now it's mixed. I could have more family members to pay attention to it, but I'm working on the strangers right now. I want people that I don't know to follow me and come out to the shows and things.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. Have you traveled outside of the Florida area to
Oh,
perform?
yes, yes, definitely. I frequent Atlanta because Atlanta's the entertainment mecca right now. Um, I think LA and New York are actually behind them now. So I go up there a couple times a year. I've done the Carolinas, I've done Michigan, and then a bunch of different parts of Florida, and I'm working on the rest.
Cool, cool, cool. Well, definitely can't wait to see you spread your wings across all the states and international because I think that you're a very talented comedian. I definitely do laugh when I hear your content. I think you're very funny. Another thing that
Thanks.
I wanted to ask you about was the black vote. How do you feel about it? Do you feel that we as African Americans are supporting the candidates, or do you feel that we're not really supporting the candidates, so that's why we might not be getting the best support?
Well, the black vote definitely matter. The black
Hmm.
vote, I think it definitely mattered this term. I think it definitely mattered because the small businesses, the non-working portion of America, the the um, black business owners, anyone that went out and voted definitely made a difference because it wasn't just a small victory; it was like a big victory, or like Donald Duck over there said, it was a landslide victory.
Yeah,
Even though he didn't say it when he lost, but it
it
definitely
it
was.
definitely was. I'm just laughing at that. You call him Donald, I call him the Orange Pilling Chief, the
Well, I have a
Republican.
couple of different names for him. I
I'll
call him
let
the
you.
annoying orange.
I'm surprised I didn't think about that. Yeah, he was personally. I'd rather take the show over him.
Yeah.
It's very funny. I think the best thing that came out of it was cartoon president. I had fun at laughing at that.
they
Um,
have they have a cartoon president.
yes, there's this show called Cartoon President. I'll definitely try to send you the
Yeah,
link
you
to
got to
that.
send that to me because I
Uh,
I wanted to make one. I'm still gonna make a video and put him on Instagram. I'm gonna have a series with with
one
with him.
definitely, definitely. I don't want to spoil too much, but I'll say this. And I never felt that a song was more catchy all year, but this particular song, how the show went during the term of his presidency was Donald Trump is our president. Yes, he is. Now it's Donald Trump was our president. And,
Yes.
back back to back to what, you were saying, every vote does matter. That's something, I try to preach in school, something I try to talk about when I do talk about politics. I try to remind everybody it's not just the presidential race that we have to worry about, it's the local government, the state government, and the federal. And just
Yeah.
like, we elected President Barack Obama and now we've re-elected or elected Joe Biden to the office, it shows people that we can get our candidates in. But I also tell people for every President Barack we have and every Kamala Harris we have, you're going to have a Donald Trump. But at the same
Hmm.
time, I told people, I said, let's not get too excited. Hopefully, people have waken up and realized that this man is eligible for a second term.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
But guess
unfortunately.
what? But guess
Hmm.
what? He's throwing such a big tantrum. They're not gonna want him back in there. He's turning on the people that he tried to get to help um pull his crap, but he's
Exactly.
pissing everybody off. He's not gonna do no second term. He's gonna look real stupid trying to run again.
I was laughing with some of my friends earlier, and I had played an old video for them, and they were like, "Man," they said, "you always going out helping, so you should definitely come out and help us." I said, "Look." I said with so much drama in the RNC right now, I want nothing to do with that. No,
Yeah.
no. And I just
They,
say like, how can y'all support some of these people who can't even
mm-hmm.
acknowledge a clear cut winner? I don't know if you saw the video I talked about with the election. It just baffles me with everything that he's doing, everything that they have tried to do, how they've tried to solve. And, I tell people, he could pardon his children. He might try to pardon himself, which
Mm-hmm.
that's scary. Martial law, he can
Yeah.
revoke.
Well, I'll tell you one thing though.
Hmm.
We're gonna throw him out.
We are.
Michelle, get the forklift.
Forklift. I was watching. I was watching the Young Turk on YouTube, and they were talking. If Barack would have done this when he was president, they would have thrown him out. But now I said, look, he's about to have a good old smile on his face. All right, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
we're
Oh,
gonna
he's
give him
doing
a
so
good
many
old.
interviews.
All right, Joe, we're gonna give him a good kick. Joe, I know your foot might be a little bad. Kamala, would you mind? Just hold on 1 second, Barack. I gotta take out this trash.
Well,
America.
Joe, I know you're a little weak, but we're gonna need you to grab the back of his pants and give it the old heave ho.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go, Joe. You got it for 4 years. That was a good kick. Your best kick in years.
No,
And
I'm telling you,
Michelle,
we're not leaving. We're not leaving. You cannot kick us out. No, no, no.
and Michelle, and Michelle, just doing the nod,
Yeah,
approving.
yeah. This dude is so bitter. He wants everybody to be bitter with him.
And
Everybody.
you know, said
Let's see what his
another.
wife has to say. Oh, she's too busy being best. That's it. He's out. There's nothing he can do.
It's
Nothing he
nothing.
can do. The only thing he has left to do is not flush every toilet in the White House before he leaves. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, try to take some money, try to take some money. But I think one thing, that African Americans that Trump appealed to some African Americans was the fact that he went into the White House and made it rain. Look at what he's doing with his so-called fraud campaign. This man is
Mm-hmm.
scamming people out their money,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't realize that. Yeah, he's still going, but his money that he making off y'all, he gonna use that to pay his debt. Melania, these people are so stupid. They put me in the White House, and now they're about to pay off my debt. I better go scam Joe some more. Huge. I need to make huge money.
He
Bart,
thought he was
you're
gonna run
fired.
us like he was running like Putin running Russia. He was slowly becoming a dictator, slowly becoming a dictator. And I'm happy that he's firing people that's not with him that are Republicans. Shit, thanks. You filled the White House with your little buddies. Go ahead and kick them out. Clean the house
with your
for us.
with your stooges. It's just like he's making Joe's job easy. I'm gonna go back to Melania
Right.
for a minute.
Take them right with you.
Melania is just like Donald. You need to stop this. I'm ready to leave now. It's just so much fight in that family too. I know she's ready to leave. I don't know if you heard, but she didn't originally want to decorate the Christmas trees in the White House. His children are trying to
Go
go,
ahead and give him a
Dad.
those same people. He can give them a job in at the front desk at one of his hotels. They don't need to
Yeah,
do no more politics. That's it. Get out.
they don't. His cabinet. I think I'm from South Carolina. I am proud of my former governor Nikki Haley for getting out of there. So it's just
um,
interesting to see his cabinet literally go up like fire, 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 fighter. It's
yeah,
just
kicking
like
everybody out.
I guess the thing is he's still going through denial and he's thinking,
Of course he
what?
is.
I'm no longer the president. Wait, let me be the president and the apprentice. My friend made a joke. He thinks right now he's running America like it's the apprentice. Time to fire somebody else so I can feel important.
You're fired. Oh, I feel
You're
better.
fired.
I like
So
it. I like him. I like the
another
way
one of my
he's showing his true self. He has
he
such
is
an entitled attitude, and it shows with this big tantrum he's throwing. He every time I hear him say, I won the election, by the way, it just reminds me of a dude at a doing a show, a comedian doing a show, and nobody's laughing, and people getting up and walking out, but he's still standing up there trying to tell jokes and pick on people, and they turn off the lights and close the curtains, but he's still talking. It just reminds me of
I just
that.
like how before, they called the election, he tried to throw a party like he won. I remember I was at work, I found out he lost. I called my mom, called Lisa, I called somebody else. I got a text back. The rotten orange is finally out of the house.
Finally rolled him out. The orange tree is done bearing fruits.
And
You know what? It makes sense why he's always down here. We're the orange state. It
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, and it's just I think thinking about being the president from Bill Clinton to George W. Bush to President Obama to even Trump himself, there's been a peaceful transition of power. So I cannot wait really for January the 20th when they really kick him out. If he leaves cordially, I'm gonna be shocked.
I'll
It's
be
just
shocked
like
too.
I just can't wait for it to come out that he fight and that Joe, Jill, Barack's gonna come with him. Can you believe they wanted to do this to me? Look at this monster, this orange man. Shame,
Listen,
shame,
if I
shame.
was Joe Biden, I would be calling him every day. So, what are they serving for breakfast, lunch, and dinner today? I just want to know because I'm going to be in there and you're not. Um, can we get that bed out of there before you leave? I would, I would call him and bug him every day. He's gonna have to ignore me.
I
I'll
don't.
comment on all of his tweets. I would be bugging the orange peel out of his behind. You hear me?
Yeah, I definitely would. I'm just so happy, that we are done with all the Trump scandals. I remember when he tried to make like an Obama gate. Think how many Trump gates this man has. As soon as he get out, he's gonna say Biden gate. He stole the election from me.
Yeah, of course. I'm so mad. I can spit seeds.
Hunter Biden, Hunter Biden. But the most important thing, that's my day to my politics was serious. This time I said we talked about what Joe's first presidential action should be. But what I personally feel from watching everything go down, just like you said, let's get that bed executive order number one. Come on, this bed got to get out. I have no idea what he done with this.
I have very important leaders calling me and telling me I won the election, by the way. Who's calling you? Your wife won't even
Who
tell you that you won the election. Who's calling you?
your wife don't even want to be married to you.
Hey, and they already putting up videos. What will it? What kind of embarrassment would it be for Trump to get be divorced right after his term? I was like, do it, please do it.
I'm I don't want to just I don't know what to say if she does that. I would almost feel bad for the Donald, but then I think about everything that he did. But I see, one good thing I can say he did. He made Israel the capital. Outside of that, he gave us a stimulus package, and I told people
Oh yeah, it's
just
but they're
because
working on it now though. They said it's just about finished.
I said just because his name is on the check, he wants your vote. He'd rather take your money.
He tried to put his name on the vaccine too. They told him no.
No, you can't.
What? I ruined America. Now I want to fix it. Put my name on it. They'll forget
Exactly.
about
But
it.
we've talked about annoying orders. Let's talk about something a little bit more positive. You also have a gaming channel as well, correct?
Yes, I'm a blind gamer. Um, I play video games. Even when I could see, I played video games, and I played until I got really good at it. And once I went blind, as I was going blind and I went blind, I kept homing in on my skills. It went from me using my eyes to using my ears. And lucky lucky for me, as I was going blind, technology was evolving to where now you can plug headphones into your controller, you can plug headphones into the directly into the console, and you can listen and block everything else out. I've always been one to have a surround sound system hooked up to my television so I can so the sound can be crispy, the bass and everything. But now I put on my headphones and I'm listening to the sound in both ears. If there's something on the left side of the screen, it's coming through my left ear, and the same for the right. And I just learned to use my ears as my eyes. And a lot of people are still in disbelief by how good I am at playing video games. But I use my ears, I learn, I train. That's what training is for. And once you train at anything, sports, music, games, anything, you will get really good at it and you learn. And that's
Most
what I do.
definitely.
So I created a channel for it, comedian See No Evil Gaming. Um, and I post up my videos, I play live. Anything new that I find out, I make a video and post it up. And I've really been helping people. And my goal is to actually help my fellow blind gamers to learn these games. And I've been getting a lot of thank yous and things like that because I try to put out material that's going to help them to play as well as sighted people.
I think that is very impactful and very inspirational that you were able to do that. On top of that, you're literally like Batman for real, like training and learning how to do all these things. A black man who's literally Batman. I think that is super cool.
Yeah.
And learning, so as you said, technology was evolving and made it easier. So now is it like a second nature to you to be able to play these games? Like, what would you say might have
Yeah.
been the hardest game for you to play?
Um, the hardest thing was, let me see. The hardest thing for me is when a game is not accessible, which is most games, where the menus don't talk to me. Now the PlayStation talks to me when I'm moving through the menus and things like that. Um, it reads everything that I'm over, just like my telephone. But when you go inside of the games, a lot of games don't talk anymore, so I have to memorize the menus and things like that. But they're making even shooting games, where they have cue sounds for whenever you need to shoot something or something's creeping up behind you. They have a sound for everything. You can hear footsteps. You can hear talking. They make these things very very detailed now.
Most definitely, gaming has come that far. Is there any games that you're excited to play that's coming up?
um, the next gen consoles came out, PlayStation and Xbox. I'm not getting either one of them yet because they don't have games that I can play yet. The same games that I have already and that I can play on a PlayStation 4 are on the PlayStation 4, which I have already. So there's no need for me to go to those. The only thing that's different is that the PlayStation 5 talks way more now.
Hmm. Definitely got you with that. It was wonderful to have you on the channel. Hopefully, I'll get to have you on again either before this year is up or next year,
Yeah,
and I'll
there's
get.
no problem, bro. I wouldn't mind coming back on it. It's all good.
All right. Well, thank you for your time tonight.